Actors joining in the fight against Hollywood studios as the Writers Union in California is negotiating with the studios today. Western Mass News reporter Maria Wilson is live in Northampton with the story. Maria?
Abby, Pulaski Park was flooded with local actors and supporters holding signs and chanting for a change to be made in Hollywood, and by today's turnout proving that this issue stretches far beyond just Hollywood. For months, actors and writers have been in a bitter battle with Hollywood studios, asking for better compensation and protections against artificial intelligence finding its way onto sets. And this isn't just a Hollywood issue. Local SAG-AFTRA members are here in Northampton joining in on the fight.
A lot of people don't realize that we're a national union, and acting work happens everywhere. SAG-AFTRA work happens everywhere, and more in locals outside of LA and New York. You see we have a tax incentive for films here in Massachusetts. We've had a whole lot of films coming here over the last decade.
Michelle Proud says everyone, from those in the industry and those of us who enjoy their movies and television shows, are eager for a resolution. And for the first time in more than 60 years, both writers and actors unions are coming together in the strike. The Writers Guild of America are on day 142 of their strike. The SAG-AFTRA joined the WGA's efforts back in July. Their combined effort halting production and TV shows and movies. And this rally happening today as the WGA is once again negotiating with Hollywood studios in an effort to try to resolve the 5-month-long dispute. Proud and others tell me that they're hopeful that these conversations will end with workers returning back onto set. But until an agreement has been reached, Proud tells me that rallies like the one here today will continue to happen throughout the region. Live in Northampton, Maria Wilson, Western Mass News.